Good morning or good afternoon, everyone, depending on where you are located. My name is Andra Pentalechuk. I'm the Microsoft Partner Community Lead. And today I want to welcome you to the last episode of the Ask Me Anything webinar series for service providers. Today's topic is how to maximize your opportunities with commercial marketplace apps selling. Definitely a topic that you will want to hear and learn more about until the end of this webinar. Our speakers today are Cindy Park, Business Strategy Manager leading the Cloud Solution Provider Program Marketing, and Emer Burke, the Business Program Manager for Marketplace at Microsoft. I do like to remind you that this call is, of course, recorded, and we will post the recording on demand on the Microsoft Partner Community forum. And the call should take about 30 minutes. We will leave time at the end for Q&A. So feel free to use the Q&A chat to drop your questions, and we will definitely address them at the end. So with that, let's welcome our speakers. And Emer, or I think Cindy, you can take it away.
Thank you, Andra. Hi, everyone. My name is Emer Burke. As Andra mentioned, I work in the commercial marketplace business team here in Microsoft, and I look after the CSP experiences when it comes to marketplace. For this session, we're going to go through a few slides on the marketplace specific to CSP partners. We're going to talk about the value proposition for CSP partners, how partners can engage with Marketplace, and details on an existing incentive that partners can leverage today. I'll also share some screenshots from the Partner Center tool, where we'll review how partners can discover offers in Partner Center and also purchase offers through Partner Center. So this slide, we use this slide to ground on the positioning of the Microsoft's commercial marketplace. This version is specific to the ISV to CSP relationship. When we refer to marketplace, we're really talking about a single catalog, the core nucleus where, this is the commerce stack, but we have multiple storefronts from which customers can purchase from. We have our direct storefronts, which is Microsoft AppSource, which is for business solutions such as software as a service applications and apps that extend directly into Microsoft 365 or Dynamics 365 products. We have Azure Marketplace, which is for apps that are built on or built for Azure, and is intended for IT professionals and developers. We also have products that can be found in product, such as Microsoft 365. Inside of Teams, customers can find and deploy add-ins, and also inside the Azure portal. We've done a lot of work to align the transacting rules, the billing, merchandising for both first-party products, Microsoft products, and also our ISV solutions, so that they can sit in the same catalog and be sold through all the different channels. We have our field channel and also CSP, which we're going to go into more detail today. For ISVs, we want to provide them an easy way to onboard to our catalog and get access to our sales teams, access to our reseller channel, and have the same merchandising opportunities that our Microsoft products do also. We've extended access to our APIs, so ISVs can self-publish into the catalog and onboard to the provisioning stack. We operate under an agency model. So this is where the ISV is responsible for the price point and the technical support, and Microsoft does the billing and the invoicing for the direct channels. For customers, we're enabling them a way to find, try and buy in the way that makes most sense to them, in the way they prefer, whether it's direct through our storefronts or through their CSP partner who they may have purchased Azure or Microsoft 365 from. And then for our resellers, they'll have access to the same catalog as our Microsoft internal sellers. They can create partnerships with ISVs that they want to do business with. The design goal with Marketplace for CSP is to leverage the same structure we have in place, the same APIs, billing, recon files, usage data, etc. We want to keep the same structure that's in place today. The CSP continues to engage with the customer, takes ownership for that customer lifecycle, and owns that billing relationship. So the way we're building Marketplace is to keep that same structure. So then moving to the benefits to CSP partners for transacting in the marketplace, we start with the fundamentals that, you know, CSP partners can expand revenue opportunities by bundling their services with apps that ISVs publish into our marketplace. There's a single location or one-stop shop now where CSPs can purchase first-party and third-party ISV products. They can use tools that they're familiar with, so Partner Center for discovering, purchasing SaaS offers directly via API or through the user interface, the Azure portal to deploy Azure offers directly into the customer's tenant. We have a growing catalogue of offers. The latest figures, we have over 12,000 publishers globally publishing offers into the marketplace. We've over 29,000 apps today that is a mixture of free BYOL, bring your own license, and also transactable apps. We have over 2,100 transactable apps that are sold through CSP channels. ISVs have opted those solutions in to be sold via CSP channel. Partners can accelerate growth by increasing consumption of Azure and selling more Microsoft 365 by bundling this complementary software with the add-ins, and it increases customer usage. We have to date over 3,700 CSP partners who have transacted and sold via the marketplace. We also have an incentive running in FY21 where CSP partners who sell eligible Azure IaaS and SaaS offers can receive an incentive on the billed sales that's generated from those sales. We'll go into a little bit more detail in another slide. This applies to the direct CSP or the indirect provider, and this incentive is active until the end of September. You know, creating new partnerships is you know, we're helping, or we're trying to help ISVs and CSP build new partner relationships or bring those relationships that occur outside of marketplace today inside of marketplace. When ISVs publish their offers, they can choose to opt their offer in to sell through the CSP channel. They can choose to sell through all CSPs in the network, or they can choose their select CSPs, so specific CSPs that they may have a relationship that they only want those CSP partners to sell their offer. CSP partners on the other side can view all of the offers that have been opted in. They can view details on the offer, pricing, and there's contact information there for the CSP to be able to reach out to the ISV if, for instance, they'd like to sell their offer. All of the solutions in our marketplace, they've been optimized for, you know, Azure for Microsoft 365. So the deployment, it's a faster time to market. The ISVs have staged the offers so that they're ready to deploy easily. So it quickens the time to get to customers. There's a lower operations cost in that, you know, CSPs don't have to integrate with every ISV. Microsoft has done that. ISVs have integrated and onboarded to our marketplace. So CSP partners shouldn't need to set up contracts for every ISV if they wish to resell their offerings. We also have simplified billing. You know, partners will now receive the bill for first-party products and third-party products in a single bill from Microsoft. So there's sort of three phases of the process when ISVs and CSPs are building a relationship and selling offers through marketplace. The first step, the ISV needs to publish a transactable offer into the marketplace. For CSP, all bring your own license type offers can be sold through CSP, and transactable services sold through CSP. The ISV, as I mentioned, they can opt in to sell through all CSP partners, no CSP partners, or they can choose specific CSP partners. And there's functionality for the ISV to search based on location, competency, skill, industry, to identify who the correct CSP partner is to sell their offering to. CSPs then can see the list of offers that have been opted in through Partner Center. Within Partner Center, there's a sell marketplace location where all the offers that have been opted in to be sold can be viewed. CSP partners can use both the APIs or the user interface today. They can see the SKUs associated to those offers, pricing, and then contact information such as the support contact or engineering contacts in the organization, in the ISV's organization. And then the last step would be that, you know, CSPs can then order the offers for their customers. If CSP partner has their own marketplace, they can pull in whichever offers makes most sense to them. Maybe they haven't onboarded them to their marketplace, and then they can bundle their services and offer a single solution to a customer. So we mentioned there's a existing incentive in place today. It has been for the last 2 fiscal years. The CSP partners who sell eligible offers can earn an incentive on the billed sales for those transactions. There's a list of offers and publishers. It's updated monthly as more offers qualify to be included. The category for the offers becoming eligible are that they're either SaaS or IaaS type offers that with Azure IP co-sell incentivized status, SaaS applications that are integrated with Teams or these 2 Microsoft 365 productivity apps also are eligible for qualification. For new transactions between October 1st, 2020 to September 30th, 2021, and that incentive is paid to the direct billing partner and the indirect provider. The details can be found on the incentives guide for direct billed and indirect providers. As I mentioned, there's an Excel on the partner incentives website. There's a link here. If you receive this deck, you'll get links to that. Partners will need to sign in with your MPN ID and access the CSP incentive asset collection. What they'll see there is the eligible apps list. I have a screenshot here, this one here, where you'll see this is on the direct bill partner incentive resources, and this is the indirect bill. You'll see a CSP direct bill partner incentive eligible offer list and indirect provider offer list here also, and this gets updated monthly. This slide then just shows how a visual of some of the offers that are eligible for the incentive today. We have currently over 800 or so apps that would qualify for the incentive. About half of those are opted in to be sold via CSP partners, and that number increases every month. And I think what I'm going to do now is just jump down to some screenshots from our portals just to demonstrate. We know a lot of CSP partners also use APIs, but for the purposes of a demo, I just wanted to kind of pull out some of the screenshots so that we can talk through a visual of what it would look like for when ISVs are publishing into Partner Center. There's a resell through CSP area within the publishing portal. There'll be 3 options. No partners they can resell through no partners in the CSP program, and this will mean that their offer will only be available for sale through the direct storefronts. They can choose any partner in the CSP program or specific partners, so they search for the partner of their choice. On the CSP side, the Discover experience, there will be a Marketplace tab in the menu here. There'll be all of the offer cards will display here of offers that have been opted in. They'll be grouped by offer type. So you can see here SaaS, Azure application. If you click on an offer card, you'll see an overview section. This will contain detail. This is just a test product, but other offers will have detail on what the product is. There's a plans and pricing area as well, which gives detail on each of the plans or the SKUs underneath an offer. And then on expansion, there will be pricing there as well. On the left-hand side here will be where the information and contact information within the ISV's organization. There will also be a CSP program marketing material that ISVs will publish as well that will help CSPs learn more about the product and how to sell to their customers. The purchase experience then, as we mentioned, within Partner Center, partners can purchase SaaS directly. For IaaS or Azure type offerings, the CSP partner will go to the Azure portal and deploy into the customer's subscription. But for SaaS applications, CSP partners can choose their customer and then add subscription. And then this will bring up for that customer, and based on that customer's location, what offers are available to purchase for that customer. There's various fields here where the CSP can filter by publisher or by Microsoft if they just want to see Microsoft offers. There's different billing types and categories. Each of the offers are listed here. As the CSP partner types into the search field, they can identify or find the offer that they're looking for. They can expand the drop-down, which will bring up the SKUs that are available or the plans that are available for the particular offer. Enter, this is a per seat offer type, so they'll enter the number of seats and add to cart, which will put the product into the cart here. And then billing term and frequency will display monthly or annual currently. And then once the confirmation has gone through that the sale has happened, you'll see this will show up for SaaS offers. For SaaS offers, there's an additional step to go to the publisher's site where information will be required on the customer to configure the offer. If you go to subscriptions as well, you'll see the various subscriptions for SaaS. This SaaS offer will show under license-based, and you'll also see an action to go to the publisher's site as well. That's just a final step for SaaS that will be required, just a one-off. And yeah, and this slide then just shows that, you know, CSP partners can use APIs, the same APIs they use today to purchase first-party products for ISV solutions. They can pull a list of offers, create and submit orders, retrieve that activation link that I was showing in the previous screen, and also perform lifecycle management and lifecycle management activities for customers, such as cancel and renew, and then manage invoices for these subscriptions as well. So I'm going to just go back, and there's a site here that we have some links and information on, you know, next steps if you want to learn more about the marketplace. So there's links here on, you know, there's documentation there about how to learn more about the commercial marketplace in Partner Center or the Azure portal. Leverage the APIs. That link will bring partners to documentation on the APIs. Reach out to ISVs you're interested in doing business with. For indirect providers, guide their indirect resellers on which apps to sell to leverage the incentive that's in place currently. Check out how to earn partner incentives. So there's information on the incentives guide and the list of eligible apps that we went through earlier to review the list of apps and identify if those are offers that you're interested in selling. So I think we have one more slide, Q&A. So Cindy or Andra, are there questions that have been posted?
I do not see any questions on the chat box, but I encourage that everybody, if you have any questions, please post your questions on the chat box. And while we are waiting for any questions, that I would just want to reiterate the frequently asked questions that I usually hear about. And so just wanted to recap with those questions, Imar, that I am a directable partners, and I found the interesting app on the incentives Excel file. Then what would be the very best next step that I need to take?
Yeah, so if there's an offering that interests a CSP partner, I mean, the first step will be the CSP may be able to, you know, purchase that directly for their customer without having a conversation with the ISV. Some ISVs may have set the offer to be exclusive in that they've chosen one or two partners they want to sell through. So that may involve the CSP reaching out to the ISV. They can use the contact information that's within Partner Center and having a conversation. I have a customer who's interested in your offering. Can you extend the offer so that can you enable me basically to sell your offer?
Great, thank you for the answer. And the other one is that I believe that some of the attendees may be the indirect resellers. Then what would be the guidance to the indirect resellers and how they can get started?
Yeah, so I think indirect resellers will probably need to discuss with their indirect providers what offers the indirect provider wants the indirect reseller to sell to customers. If customers are coming to indirect resellers with particular needs, obviously they can check and see if that's offered within the marketplace today. I think indirect providers can also share the list of offerings with indirect resellers if that is of interest to them to see if those are applications that their customers are interested in purchasing.
Yeah, and the other question is that that incentives Excel file definitely shows the great apps that indirect providers and also direct bill partners can have opportunity to get those 10% incentives. But other than that, are there any other places that partners can go and see if those top featured apps?
Anywhere else to go to see the apps? I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Can you?
Yeah. Where as a direct bill partners, indirect providers, where would be the best place to see those top applications they can sell?
In the marketplace, like I was demoing it within like the sell marketplace, there isn't it's not ordered by sort of I suppose popularity, I would say. It's probably it's more by offer type. So yeah, they can cross-reference, I guess, the list of apps that are eligible for the incentive with what's totally available within the marketplace. There's also a price list. So the CSP partners in the pricing and offer section, there's a specific marketplace price list. So that can be downloaded for your location, and you can see all of the offers there in a sort of probably a more easily consumable format that are available.
Thank you. Other question, and Emer, as we discussed when we prepared this session, that some CSP partners are also actually publishing the applications as well to the marketplace. So just I wanted to mention that some of the resources that we put on the appendix, that if any of those attendees are interested in to learn about how to publish, if those CSP partners have already their own IP or any of their own applications.
Yes, I'm just showing that slide there. Yeah, that's a great point. There's a lot of documentation as well, and I think there's links here on how to actually publish as well in the marketplace. I showed some. I think just one screenshot of how to opt into CSP, but there is a lot of information there on if you have your own IP that you wish to publish to marketplace and what are the steps for that.
Great, thank you. And there is one question on the chat box. What is the relationship between the commercial marketplace and app source?
The relationship, yeah. So I'm going to just jump back to the circle slide. Basically, like we mentioned, when ISVs publish their offering into the marketplace, it really just goes into a single catalog. But depending on different categories or industries or different features for the application, there's a determination about where on which direct storefront the offer will show. So it may show only on AppSource, it may only show on Azure Marketplace because the audience maybe might be specific to that offering, or it could be actually there are cases where the offer shows on both storefronts. So for AppSource is just is targeting, we'll see more SaaS offers in there, more business solutions, offers that are integrated with Microsoft 365 or extend into Microsoft 365 and Dynamics 365, Power Platform, etc.
Great.
And then,
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, just how AppSource relates to CSP and vice versa. During the publishing process, ISVs opted in, so your offer may be available for sale through AppSource directly, but if you've opted to sell it through CSP, it will also show as available to sell through the CSP channel.
Yeah, that's a great clarification. Thank you so much for the answer. And please feel free to add additional questions that if you have any other questions related to AppSource versus the marketplace, and also any other questions that about the content that we walked through. So while we are waiting for, I think, Emer, it would be good to just back to the resource page so that partners are aware of those. And after this session, that we will post this presentation deck and also recording within about 24 hours. So you will be able to see and actually check out all those resources available as of today. And also, if you haven't had the chance to attend the previous sessions, that we had all 7 sessions together, including this session. We started with the overall overview for the CSP and service providers, and then we covered the each sales plays, including modern work and Azure and BizApps, and also we covered the cloud agent, specifically how you can leverage that tool to reach out the targeted your existing customers, and then the deep dive into GTM. And this is the last session that really will feature the specific about the marketplace. It looks like there is no other questions, and just to comment about thank you to the answer that Yumer gave for the marketplace and AppSource. So I think we covered most of the topics. And with that, and again, that I am encouraging you to check out all the previous sessions and also resources that we are going to post for this session. And I would like to give a special thank you to Emer to walk through all the details about the marketplace and how CSP can leverage the opportunity to sell marketplace ads. And with that, I will take it over to Andra to just conclude this session.
Thank you, Cindy, and thank you, Emer, for the great presentation and resources and demo. And thank you, everyone, for joining us in the whole 7-episode series for service providers. So we are definitely going to post everything, as Cindy mentioned, on the Microsoft Partner Community, and feel free to continue the conversation there and ask any other questions you may have. With that, I would like to conclude this webinar, this series, and wish you a wonderful day going forward. Thank you all. Take care.
Thank you.